Candidates for graduation from graduate school. The candidates for graduation from the College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan. Chancellor Louis A. Divina Gracia, Manila Campus. Honorable Mario V. Lopez, our commencement speaker and guest of honor. University Registrar, Marcelo E. Vergara, Mace Berry. And Dr. Esther A. Garcia, President and Chief Academic Officer. Everybody please rise for the singing of the national anthem to be led by the University.
Mayang magiliw, pero sa sinamanan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magiging, sa manlulupig, di ka pa sisihin. Sa dagat at bundok, sa simula, sa langit ang baka, may tinagang tulad, awit sa paglayang minamahal. Ang sikat ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagdidinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim. Lumba ng araw na luway ating pagsinta, uwi langit sa piling mo. Ang binigaya na pa may mga api, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please be seated. We will now have the presentation of the candidates for graduation. Chancellor Louis A. Divina Gracia, Dean Graduate School, will now present their candidates for graduation.
The candidates for graduation in the graduate school, please rise. Madam President and Chief Academic Officer, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Doctor in Educational Administration and Leadership, Doctor of Information Technology, Master in Accountancy, Master in Business Administration, Master in Education, Master in Information Systems, Master in Information Technology, Master in Public Administration, Master of Engineering Science, Master of Library and Information Science, and Master of Science in Accountancy. They've been recommended by their respective faculty after having completed all the requirements prescribed by this university, subject to the confirmation of the Board of Trustees of the university and the Commission on Higher Education. Please be seated.
Dean Viviana M. Pagirigan of the College of Law will now present their candidates for graduation.
The candidates for graduation in the College of Law, please rise. Madam President and Chief Academic Officer, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for Juris Doctor. They have been recommended by their respective faculty after having completed all the requirements prescribed by this university, subject to the confirmation of the Board of Trustees of the university and the Legal Education Board.
Please be seated. Jean C. Tayag, Sciences-Caloocan, will now present their candidates for graduation.
Candidates for graduation in the College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan, please rise as I call your respective degree programs. Madam President and Chief Academic Officer, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for the degrees of Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management, Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management, and Bachelor of Arts in Communication. They have been recommended by their respective faculty after having completed all the requirements prescribed by this university, subject to the confirmation of the Board of Trustees of the university and the Commission on Higher Education. Please be seated.
President Esther A. Garcia will now confer the degrees upon the candidates for graduation. May I request all the candidates for graduation to please rise.
By virtue of the authority vested upon me by law and the powers delegated to me by the Board of Trustees of the university, and upon the recommendation of your respective faculty and dean, I hereby confer upon you the degree for which you have qualified, together with all the responsibilities, rights, privileges, and honors thereunto appertaining, subject to the confirmation of the Board of Trustees of the university, the Legal Education Board, and the Commission on Higher Education. You may now transfer your tassels to the right. For the graduates of the Graduate School and the College of Law, you may now put on your academic hood. May I request the parents and the faculty members to please rise. Congratulations and thank you to the faculty and the parents.
Please be seated. Dean Viviana Pagirigan of the College of Law will do the honor of introducing our commencement speaker.
To our University President, Dr. Esther A. Garcia, UE Manila Chancellor, Dr. Louis A. Divina Gracia, UE Caloocan Chancellor, Dr. Zosimo M. Batad, other university officials, to the graduates of Batch 2022 and their proud parents, a pleasant day to all. After battling with very unfavorable conditions brought about by the pandemic for the past 2 years, We are fortunate to hold this in-person graduation ceremony for batch 2022. Today, we are even luckier to have with us as our guest of honor and speaker, one of UE's pride and most outstanding alumnus, to inspire our young graduates as they start their professional careers outside the halls of our beloved University of the East. It is with much pleasure and pride that I take on the task of introducing this year's commencement speaker. Perhaps unknown to many, Associate Justice Mario V. Lopez began his academic journey in the University of the East. He graduated with a degree of Bachelor of Arts, major in Political Science, from the College of Arts and Sciences, UE Manila, in the year 1976. As a man destined for greatness, his graduation from college turned out to be just the beginning of his extensive and distinguished professional achievements. Our guest speaker stood out and excelled when he pursued his Bachelor of Laws degree in San Beda College, where he graduated cum laude. As a young student of law, Justice Lopez was well known for his remarkable proficiency, his incisive and astute arguments, which landed him as one of the top 30 in the 1980 bar examinations. Immediately after law school, our guest speaker joined the government service, first as technical assistant at the Supreme Court from 1981 to 1983, before joining the then Central Bank of the Philippines from 1983 to 1985 as hearing officer in the supervision and examination sector of the country's monetary authority. Before he joined the bench, Justice Lopez served as special prosecution officer with the Office of the Ombudsman until his appointment as Regional Trial Court Judge of Batangas City in 1994. Not long after his appointment to the bench, his legal acumen was immediately recognized, such that in 2005, he was honored with the Chief Justice Ramon Abansena Award as Outstanding Regional Trial Court Judge of the Philippines, and for Best Decision in a Civil Case in the second-level courts. He was likewise a recipient of the prestigious Service Award of the Province of La Union in 2013. The distinguished justice has been an active participant in the continuing development of legal education. He was a professor of law at San Beda College, University of the Philippines, University of Asia and the Pacific, and Arellano University, where he was named Most Outstanding Professor for 2002 and 2004. He was also a prominent pre-bar reviewer handling criminal law in various schools. He was an MCLE lecturer in various institutions, including the Integrated Bar of the Philippines, San Francisco, California, USA chapter. In April 2015, he was guest lecturer at the University of California in Berkeley, California, USA. Currently, Justice Lopez is a professorial lecturer too and the chairman of the Criminal Law Department of the Philippine Judicial Academy of the Supreme Court of the Philippines. Justice Lopez is a state party governmental expert in criminal law of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, a member of the Society for Judicial Excellence, ASEAN Law Association, an alumnus of Harvard Law School, and a fellow of the Academy of American and International Law in Plano, Texas, USA. He is also a member of the 2014 Code of Crimes Committee and Bar Exams Expert Committee at the University of the Philippines. He became a bar examiner twice, first in criminal law in the 2009 bar examinations and in legal ethics in the 2017 bar examinations. He was appointed Associate Justice of the Court of Appeals in 2006 and served as chairman of its 12th division. After a 13-year stint at the Court of Appeals, and with all his professional achievements, our guest speaker secured his well-deserved spot in the highest court, where he was appointed as the 185th Associate Justice of the Supreme Court on December 5, 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce our guest of honor and speaker in the 2022 commencement exercises, the Honorable Associate Justice Mario Villamor Lopez.
Thank you very much, Dean Pagirigan, for that very outstanding introduction. Chairman and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. Lucio Tan, Vice Chairman David O. Chua, President and Chief Academic Officer Esther A. Garcia, Senior Vice President for Finance and Administration Florence C., Vice President Annie J. Villegas, UE Manila Chancellor Louis Divina Gracia, the university's academic and administrative officers and employees, deans and professors, parents, guardians, and guests, and the class of 2022 College of Arts and Sciences, the Graduate School, and the College of Law. Good morning. I am proud and I am honored today, especially so that I am in my old school. This is the first time that I am speaking before a crowd graduates since I got appointed. And this is very special because I am doing it in my own alma mater. But first of all, I wish to thank President and Chief Academic Officer Esther Garcia for inviting me here this morning to speak before you. I am grateful the opportunity to share the excitement of this wonderful day with you in this very special place. It is nice to be back home in the University of the East. I was also a graduate like you in 1976, or 36 years ago to be exact. Sir, ang tagal na nun ah. Oo nga, 30 ilang dekada na nawala ako rito. Mukha na tayong matanda. Sabi nga ng mga lawyers to be, Sir, res ipsa loquitur. Your face will tell the truth, who you are and when you have graduated from the College of Law. As I was pondering on what to share to all of you today, I recalled my college days at University of the East. I entered the portals of UE at the inception of martial law in 1972. It was a menacing period that we in the College of Arts and Sciences, particularly the political science major, were deeply enthused by the new society that was introduced by martial law. We engaged in a labyrinthine discourses, pros and cons of the martial law regime. This is when I got my baptism of fire to learn about constitutional issues the citizens' right under the Bill of Rights, the executive versus the legislative department vis-a-vis the judiciary and the existence of the state. It was a very challenging time that we, the youth at that time, has influenced our motivation. This martial law has played a big role in my motivation and interest to become a lawyer. In retrospect to my alma mater, I remember the lullabies of beautiful friendships, cherished moments, and worthwhile experiences with classmates and friends. We are usually gathered at the back, the LMB building. That was the tambayan of the evening class, political science major. That is where we argue, make chismisan, payabangan, and sometimes it is the place where we decide to skip our classes to be at the watering holes at the vicinity of the school, either in Gastambide or at the Claro M. Recto. Indeed, my college experience at UE was one filled with a wonderful mix of learning, excitement, and anticipation. I can proudly say that this institution has instilled in me a sense of purpose and commitment to make a difference in my chosen field of endeavor and lasting benefit to the society. This is why I reached the pedestal of my career, the 185th Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, because of the foundation that UE has embedded in my person. And I will take this opportunity to say thank you very much to my alma mater, University of the East. At this point, let me congratulate the class of 2022 on your graduation. Your hard work and perseverance have paid off as you receive your diplomas this morning. I recognize the extraordinary resilience you have shown. You have overcome the challenges that none of us could have imagined. You persisted not only through a world-altering pandemic, but survived the personal crisis and difficulties engendered by the new normal environment. Getting to and crossing the finish line is really hard, which is why we celebrate graduation so enthusiastically. Especially so when I saw the program. There was an excellent performance of this class. There were about 85 Latin honors graduates. You have excelled despite the difficult times. You have shown your resiliency. I, for one, is very, very proud for that. Let me also congratulate your parents, families, and loved ones for their unwavering support for you all these years. As you studied, you have been loved, encouraged, tolerated, fed, prayed for, and supported by them. You ranted to them about terror, professors, numerous readings assignments, and terrible recitations, especially in the College of Law. I know for a fact, because I once a law student before. Your parents' presence were a balm to your wounded souls. But considering the virtual classes, they were probably curious visitors peeking into the camera or making accidental guest appearances during your online classes. Or because of your knowledge and technical know-how, you might have discovered the secrets of your parents when they failed to close properly their Twitter and Facebook accounts. So, dear parents, be careful, learn from your children. We also want to recognize today those who have efforts and instrumental in transforming, mentoring, and training you. Those who have made their mission to hone raw potential into fulfilled promise. Your deans and professors. They have championed each one of you in the years you have worked toward your degree. I know how professors like me would rejoice whenever their students succeed. If they pass the bar or any licensure exam for that matter, they will even own that achievement and tell the whole world, Mr. Pedro de la Cruz, Miss so-and-so, were my students, and I am very proud of them. Magagaling yan. Those are the comments of your proud professors. Really, at times, they even exaggerate or even tell a lie. Yes. Purposely to praise and commend the student for them to succeed and do better. What is the reason why we praise you, we commend you when you reach success? The reason is we, your professors, identify ourselves with you so that your failures and frustrations is also ours to suffer. Let us therefore give our mentors and professors a big round of applause. Finishing a college course, whether in the College of Arts and Sciences or in the law school, is doubtlessly a milestone. For the law graduates, you hurdled a rare achievement. Many people answered the call to duty, the call to study law, but only few succeeded to do what it takes to slay the bar dragon and become a full-fledged lawyer. As the saying goes, many are called, but few are chosen. But without doubt, those few who were chosen, many are from the University of the East College of Law. Good luck, my dear lawyers to be. But let me give a piece of advice for your forthcoming bar examination. The time between your graduation and the actual dates of the bar exam will not be enough to review everything that you have learned in the law school. As you prepare for the bar exam, you will realize that there are just so many things to study. Preparing for the bar can be stressful and draining emotionally, physically, and mentally. You will experience internal struggles such as flares of panic or that sinking feeling that you are behind schedule, wondering whether you should keep going. You need to realize that bar examinee is scared or anxious. What's going to set you apart is how you will deal with that fear and transform all that nervous energy into faith and hard work. Class, visualize passing the bar and be positive. It will put you in the right mindset. Being a lawyer is your dream. Let nothing snatch it away from you, including the demon called fear. Remember, fear and anxiety is normal for those taking the bar exam. Nobody took the exam without a tinge of nervousness. Otherwise, those who took the exam indifferently without anxiety and fear failed. Yes, they failed. Now, if you want to overcome your inner struggles and doubtfulness, the secret is preparation and prayers. With your preparation, you gain confidence, but coupled it with your constant prayer and spirituality, you gain guidance and strength. Take note, work alone is meaningless, and pure spirituality and prayers alone will be fruitless. There must be a combination of studying and that of praying. With the permission of with the permission of the faculty and the other members of the forum, let me digress a little bit. I just want to share an anecdote for everyone. I remember one father who has a young boy at the age of 4 years old. That boy is very playful. Every time he enters his playroom, he would take something and focus on this to play. So one day, this good father, who wanted to know what will be the profession of his son, placed several things in that playroom. A stethoscope, thinking that if this boy will take interest in that stethoscope, yes, he will be a doctor. Books, several books were also placed inside the playroom, so that if the boy will read these books, then he will become a professor or a teacher. Money, bills, and coins likewise were spread in the table of the playroom, supposing that the boy will take these coins and bills. That boy will become a businessman or a banker. And then, of course, some fruits were also there in the playroom, thinking that if this boy will take the fruits and foods, he will become a nutritionist, an agriculturist, or even an restaurant entrepreneur. So after placing all these things in the playroom, he waited for an hour for his son, a 4-year-old boy, to go inside the playroom. And indeed, the boy went inside the playroom, and after just 30 minutes, the father was already very curious to look what is happening inside that playroom. And when he opened the door of that playroom, he was surprised to see his boy. The stethoscope was in his neck. He was eating the fruits and reading the books. He looked at the money bills and coins. All of them are already in his pocket. The father was surprised and said, "Oh my God, my son is a lawyer." My son is a lawyer, a jack of all trades. Tama? Yes, sir. Wow. But my dear lawyers to be, the practice of law is a noble calling. Some would even consider it as the noblest profession. But do not forget, this privilege has its obligation. I entreat you to discharge your duty as members of the legal profession, keeping in mind the concept noblesse obliges. This is a French expression embodying the principle that nobility obliges. As lawyers, you will acquire a position materially different from that of other men and women. You have the opportunity to make the law better by engaging in law reform, and to make your clients better by acting as advisors to awaken them to the public dimension of their activities and steer clients in the direction of the public good. Rather than solely acting for self-interest, be motivated by altruism, a purely selfless sentiment for the public good. In the true spirit of the French expression noblesse oblige, my philosophy in writing decisions can be summed up in 2 words. Yes, 2 words. Predictability and acceptability. Predictability has a moral valence insofar as it assures that like cases will be treated equally. Predictability is founded by judicial adherence to stare decisis, a term which our law graduates knows very well. In other words, once a question of law has been examined and decided, it should be settled and closed to further argument. For the sake of certainty, a conclusion reached in one case should be applied to those that follow if the facts are substantially the same. It would be chaos to the state, and there will be no social order if cases are judicially determined distinctively in a different manner. Acceptability, on the other hand, means that we apply the law with equity. The rule of law and equity are inseparable, and we must keep them so. For instance, there are some procedural rules that, while generally valid, may seem arbitrary when applied in a particular case because of its peculiar circumstances that it prejudice the litigant. In such a situation, we are not bound to apply them just the same in slavish obedience to their language. What we do instead is find a balance between the word and the intent so that justice may be done to the litigant. This signifies that our court is not only a court of law, but it is also a court of equity. Expect from the Supreme Court to render justice and equity, and sometimes disregard that rule, dura lex sed lex. we cannot apply that rule blindly, because once the reason for the existence of the law itself ceases. The lawyers know this best. For the rest of class 2022, sorry po, medyo nag-concentrate tayo sa mga College of Law graduates. But for the rest of class 22, the journey that commences today will take you into a new and changing world. One of the things most often said to university students on their graduation day is that they must now prepare to face the real world. You should be glad to hear. But I'm not going to tell you, but as someone who has been living and working in the real world for a long time, I will tell you, the world is now a different place. Paradigm has shifted with innovated nuances. We live in difficult times and we are confronted with complex issues. And yet, it is a privilege to have the opportunity to be part of the solution, the chance to make a difference, and the honor to serve the public interest. Give back at least in equal measure what you were fortunate to receive in this institution. With the degree you earn today, you become stewards of our most vital institutions. This duty is not only for law graduates, but for everyone. All of you have a responsibility to protect the rule of law and the core values substantiated in our Constitution. This will not be easy. The world is a tumultuous and unpredictable place, and the very foundation of democratic institution will sometimes be shaken. But these are precisely the times when society will turn to you, young professionals, most urgently. With your idealism, vision, and dedication, you must help in closing the gaps between what is and what should be, and contribute to the progress and development of our country. At this point, I wish to emphasize, this is your opportunity to take initiative and be courageous. My dear graduates, nobody can tell you more that this is how it's always done. Nobody can tell you anymore that this is how it is always been done. You have more role models, more resources, more tools and technology than my generation did. This is your moment and your country to shape. You are a new generation of talented and resilient people who will take the reins of your respective profession and continue the drive toward progress. You can explore any direction, any career, or any path at all, as long as it is purposeful. You should have a purpose after this graduation. I am confident that you are well equipped for the challenge. Again, class of 2022, as we celebrate the successful ending of your respective courses, we are also here to send you on your way and to wish you well on your journey. Now, go out and use your hard-earned degree to make our country, the Philippines, a better country for your children and loved ones and for the rest of your countrymen. God bless.
Thank you, Associate Justice Lopez, for that inspiring and enlightening talk, and of course, the laughter. Thank you. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, let us listen to the University Chorale for the rendition of musical repertoire.
This is the moment. This is the day when I send all my doubts and demons on their way. Every endeavor I have made ever is coming into play. Is here and now, today. This is the moment. This is the time when the momentum and the moment are in rhyme. Give me this moment, this precious chance. I'll gather up my past and make some sense at last. This is the moment when all I've done, all of the dreaming, scheming and screaming become one. This is the day. See it sparkle and shine when all I've lived for becomes mine. For all these years I faced the world alone, and now the time has come to prove to them I made it on my own. For moment, this was the moment, the greatest moment of them all. Of them all.
We will now proceed to the awarding of honors and distribution of diplomas to the recipients of special awards and Latin honors. Chancellor Louis A. Divina Gracia and Sosimo M. Batad will now confer the special award. Dean Jean C. Tayag of the College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan, will hand in the diploma. May I call in Ms. Saida M. Mana. Allow me to read the citation. University of the East, Philippines confers this leadership award for women to Saida M. Mana in recognition of her exemplary performance as president of the Central Student Council from school year 2020-2021 to school year 2021-2022. Under her stewardship, it is clear that she moved forward achieving government projects and activities. She served as the effective bridge between the union of students and the administration, which resulted in a better understanding between the two. A very active and dedicated officer of the Central Student Council for many years. Numerous international activities that have benefited the students of UE Yearend while being a consistent university scholar. Since graduating with a degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communication as magna cum laude, her commendable efforts and exemplary leadership have brought honor and distinction to her home country. She spent his 25th day of her life in April 2022 during the 74th year-end commencement rites of the university held at the University of Manila. Signed, Esther A. Garcia, PhD, President and Chief Academic Officer. I now turn over the microphone to Professor Debbie Pierre to present the other special awardees and the recipients of Latin honors.
From the College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan, Jana Marie A. Pineda, College Distinguished Graduate Awardee, summa cum laude with a degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Graduates from the College of Law with special awards, Shakira E. Valdez, valedictorian. Muhammad bin Sirad M. Abantas, salutatorian. Ella Marise E. Miliare, first honors. Venus Jane Q. Finoliar, second honors. honors from the College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan, Jillian S. Roldan, summa cum laude. Jeriel C. To, summa cum laude. Ira Marie H. Alvarado, magna cum laude. John Patrick L. Anau, magna cum laude. Ann Gabriel H. Abentijado, magna cum laude. Jed R.D. M. Babia, magna cum laude. Evie Camille B. Bernardo, magna cum laude. Winnie S. Bunon, magna cum laude. J.N. G. Brillantes, magna cum laude. Maria Eloisa P. Castillo, magna cum laude. Sherry May F. de Guzman, magna cum laude. Wendy B. Estayan, magna cum laude. Pamela Vane D. Gabiola, magna cum laude. Lena Erica L. Gabo, magna cum laude. Raydel Janine M. Gregorio, magna cum laude. Princess Gabrielle S. Ismael, magna cum laude. Maria Nicaela G. Pavillionar, magna cum laude. Janela Marijay C. Librada, magna cum laude. Nardeline B. Lianto, magna cum laude. Stephanie G. Manawis, magna cum laude. Citadel A. Maniago, magna cum laude. Chair Elizabeth G. Manulit, magna cum laude. Chelsea May C. Milios, magna cum laude. Artzel M. Molina, magna cum laude. Lara Jane V. Peñaflor, magna cum laude. Joan S. Pescadero, magna cum laude. Maria Joana R. Robles, magna cum laude. Ira May A. Rosero, magna cum laude. John Kenneth P. Ruda, magna cum laude. Catherine L. Tacon, magna cum laude. Rona May B. Vicencio, magna cum laude. Angeli Alexi E. Vitente, magna cum laude. Kevin Kenneth B. Acosta, cum laude. Arel Joy B. Amarillo, cum laude. Joanna Marie V. Antenza, cum laude. Alia S. Andaca, cum laude. Samantha Kayla G. Balbero, cum laude. Jericho L. Bonus, cum laude. Gian D. Katindi, cum laude. Krian Joyce A. Caico, cum laude. Rogie D. Condesa, cum laude. Sophia Jane V. Qualin, cum laude. Ryan Riggs A. De Leon, cum laude. Angelica Vel M. De Vera, cum laude. Ana Eunice de la Cruz, cum laude. Argeline Joy C. Delgado, cum laude. Eliazer Vince P. Diaz, cum laude. Kathleen Y. Dimas, cum laude. Cynthia C. Dolosa, cum laude. Emmanuel D. Edka, cum laude. Trisha Ann Frias, cum laude. Sandra P. Diol, cum laude. Renny Rose E. Gutierrez, cum laude. Renelyn E. Indino, cum laude. Bon Beadle N. Limon, cum laude. Maika P. Manapat, cum laude. Mark Kelvin Q. Molina, cum laude. Trisha May Joy C. Molina, cum laude. John Joseph S. Montoya, cum laude. Lance Carl A. Rapal, cum laude. Leonard G. Rivera, cum laude. Hannah Isabel G. Rances, cum laude. Frida June B. Rucha, cum laude. Angelica May S. Rodriguez, cum laude. Jerusalem Milen C. Romero, cum laude. Mirdy V. Romero, cum laude. Sofia I. Segovia, cum laude. And Trisha Ann S. Torres, cum laude.
We will now have the capping and distribution of diplomas. Let us now have the capping and distribution of diplomas for the graduates of the graduate school. The designated reader will call the graduates.
The graduates with a degree of Doctor of Education, major in Educational Administration and Leadership. Ali I. Frigiliana. The graduate with a degree of Doctor of Information Technology. Ediboy M. De la Cruz. Graduates with a degree of Master in Accountancy, non-thesis program, industry track. Francesca I. De la Cruz. Giselle D. Dohelio. And Jezer B. Luna. Graduates with the degree of Master in Business Administration, regular non-thesis. Michelle Joy L. Adelantar. Cheryl Ann L. Ariola. Marjun B. C. Baba. Lodel L. Bertos. Vince Joshua A. Binag. Maria Angelica G. Bustamante. Cedric S. Cagite. Mary Jane G. Corillo. Jackie Lou P. De Chavez. Dinah J. Gannett. Jolly Mark V. Julianes. Shiri F. Lacosta. Jeffrey C. Powell. Flor Angeline A. Raimundo. Frances Marion S. Salazar. And Aiza May O. Tabor. The graduate with the degree of Master in Information Technology. Jalaisa Marie I. Alcober. The graduates with the degree of Master in Public Administration. Abigail G. Academia. Robert John P. Balete. Maria Antoinette D. Batula. Maria Sheila S. Cabrera. Jocelyn B. Crisostomo. Sheila Audrey A. Kurek. And Demaret A. Zurbano. Graduate with the degree of Master of Engineering Science. Alaysa B. Ikutani. The graduate with the degree of Master of Library and Information Science. Risha Shea A. Biliran. graduate with the degree of Master of Science in Accountancy, Lester P. Acoba.
We will now have the capping and distribution of diplomas for the graduates of the College of Law.
The graduates with the degree of Juris Doctor, Aliana Lorraine R. Ablier, Joshua C. Alana, Rosen Peter A. Alcantara, Ivan Christopher P. Alcaraz, Eileen S. Almagro, Grace L. Asuncion, Amir Sirad B. Balindong III, Maria Lourdes Ada C. Bareng, Emilu Ann Marie B. Basco, Machel T. Benavides, Aldrin Lloyd C. Bumolo, Ritzel J. Kabangbang, Timothy Joel M. Cabrera, Loris C. Cabus, Catlisha Joy J. Caseda, Gladys S. Co, Blanche Kailil P. de la Cuesta, Erica Denise G. De Villa, Michael B. Donasco, Patricia M. Duyan, Shailene Ann M. Echon, Neil R. Gallo, Arian May Genorgia, Patricia Elaine I. Guevara. Israel A. Lianto. Nina Lori Ann P. Lubang. Marco Filippo T. Madamba. Arya Katrina R. Manalastas. John Paul S. Mariano. Christian Paulo G. Martin. Hernando R. Milambiling Jr. Magali C. Monterde. Joanna Dayan D. Mortel. Princess Johanna P. Musa. Jackery P. Numos Jr. Lois Erica C. Ocampo. Feliz Kathleen D. Ocop. Maria Gladys B. Orlino. Darlene Lu E. Pagunsan. Graziel Edsel T. Paulo. Joe Marie V. Picones. Shediler T. Pormanes. Gabriel Antonio B. Reñada. Seth Ian F. Reyes. Cyril Angela M. Riveral Ocrisma. Marky A. Sales. Marinela O. Salumbides. Norinis Josel F. Santos. Mary Jane May C. Secretaria. Jemabel G. Sidayan. Maria Giselle E. Sison. Jaisa Syra A. Tabian. Isabel Ann C. Torrijos. Manuel Matthew N. Unida. Chelsea May G. Valdez. Claudette Z. Bianzon. Clarissa F. Villarin. Michael Eric L. Yatko. And Jose Gabriel Antonio O. Sulueta.
At this time, I'll have the distribution of diplomas for the College of Arts and Sciences of Caloocan.
College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan, the graduates with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Hotel and Restaurant Management. J.R. A. de Guzman. Ana Marie P. Labastida. The graduates with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management. Sophia Nicole B. Alvarez. Carl Anthony S. Andaya. John G. Andrin. Emilio Miguel Carlo S. Añonuevo. Nicolene P. Acejo. Mark Jester P. Azul. Anne Christine D. Bailon. Paul Hendricks V. de Guzman. Roel A. Delgado. Don Patrick M. Gonzalez. Kate Nicole B. Ilardo. Rika Joyce R. King. John Carlo A. Lazaro. Rizel Ann A. Luma. John Patrick B. Maceda. Marian Angeline Meralios. George Carl B. Palma. Mary Joy Y. Paranyal. Darl Adrian O. Patagan. Raven Nicole L. Placido. Shira Camille S. Roman. Vincent G. Sarga. Donamar A. Sutelio. Bianca Marie I. Suarez. Marian Dayan P. Tagra. Michelle P. Trevino. Aldrin E. Villaraza. The graduates with a degree of Bachelor of Science in Tourism Management. James William V. Acton. Mark Francis E. Agustin. Arvin Christine Joyce S. Amador. Riza Marie L. Dele. Nichi Janelle M. Bunyo. Jesusa Marie B. Cairo. Esther Ann L. Castro. Mayokin Jonamaica T. Castro. Miguel Carlo A. Cortez. Jamie D. Cruz. Presenine Erica E. Espero. Ina B. Galba. Jalamay L. Nabor. Mojiro Ken D. Narvaza. Maria Rossini A. Nuco. Arlena Dane R. Pasaol. Joanna Angel Regualos. Diane Colleen M. Rosal. Jana May M. Santa Ana. Trisha Fides H. Valencia. Danica Joy R. Villanueva. The graduates with a degree of Bachelor of Arts in Communication. Angelo N. Alegre. Rafael D. Ang. Annette Trisha F. Antido. Stephanie Jem S. Diaz. Shane K. D. Binasoy. Tristan M. Caballes. Rosemary E. Cabuso. James Vincent A. Carion. Daynel Q. Geronimo. Rain Emmanuel L. Geronimo. Pamela Joy E. Guevara. Christine S. Hidalgo. Alessandra G. Hostin. Saijay Isabel M. Juanico. Ira Julian C. Mangali. Rochelle Marie P. National. Krisha Ray T. Pahe. Maria Joana Vanessa R. Paredes. Alexandra Raimundo. Rhea Rose O. Rubio. John Mika C. Sanchez. Richmond Earl C. Sapasap. Rihanna I. Stuando. And Joshua P. Vito Cruz.
Here are the other graduates. Thea May R. Veron. Ressel Gian M. Barello, magna cum laude. Angelica May Pimples O. Kalapati, cum laude. Liza May M. Ligo, cum laude. Arvin C. Almazan. Cesar G. Cole Jr. Jerome Arteluz S. Barawida. Abidja Jamaila G. Quaresma, magna cum laude. Janelle Paula C. Gomez, magna cum laude. Justin Carl L. Bobis. Mariam Joy B. Dadizo. Maria Denise E. Valeda. Adrian Bakatan. Valen Gale R. Angala, magna cum laude. Maria Bea Nicole F. Santos, cum laude. Ariel N. Ferrer. Jericho S. Capio. Romiel P. Marinas. Evangeline G. Franco. Ann Camille S. Ecleo. Ralph Joren A. Galvan. Janine Paula R. Manalo. Bay Rohana D. Basman. Erica Dane B. Esteban. May Angela F. Flotibles. Ayanwa Daniel Mamiit, cum laude. Isabel Ann C. Torrijos. Stephen Joshua G. Morales. Ora Jessa I. Bantasan. Maria Grace P. Magayones, magna cum laude. Melchizedek N. Arada. Jennifer G. Halili, cum laude. Alvin S. Garcia. Amy Jane S. Masikat. Joyce B. Dumlao. Jobel Ann A. Pasilan, cum laude. Thea Marie D. Ariate. Julius G. Garcia. Frederick Ave Marie B. Talabis. LP Panganiban. Krister Miller E. Buluran, magna cum laude. Divine Angelica B. Amog, magna cum laude. And Norinis Josel F. Santos.
We will now have the induction of the new graduates to the Alumni Association. Attorney Rosario S. Bernaldo, President of the UE Alumni Association Incorporated, will induct the new members. Graduates, please rise.
Let's all recite the oath of membership to the UE Alumni Association Incorporated. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, please state your name, an incoming member of the UE Alumni Association, Inc., hereby pledge that I will do my best as a member of the organization. I will keep a harmonious relationship with its leaders and members. Perform my duties with dedication. And maintain professionalism and integrity in my work. Practicing the spirit of volunteerism and responsibility. I will be of great help not only to my fellow members, but more importantly, to my alma mater. Congratulations, dear graduates, and welcome to the UE Alumni Association. Thank you.
Ms. Jana Marie A. Pineda, a summa cum laude graduate of Bachelor of Arts in Communication at the College of Arts and Sciences, Caloocan, will lead the graduates in the recitation of the Pledge of Loyalty.
Let us all recite the Pledge of Loyalty. Kindly raise your right hand and repeat after me. Deeply grateful to my alma mater, the University of the East. I hereby pledge to her, on this solemn occasion, my abiding loyalty. I will honor my diploma with utmost industry and nobility. I will uphold the university's traditions and ideals, having imbibed them as my very own. I will do everything in my power to be a worthy alumnus by serving and honoring my alma mater and my country. So help me God.
Everybody please rise. Graduates, together with the UE Chorale, please lead in the singing of the UE hymn.
Pamantasan ka naming mahal, ilaw sa karimlan. Buhay, lakas, tunong, dangal, pamantasan ka ng bayan. Ang pangalan mo ay luwalhati at sandigan ka ng lahi. Pamantasan ng silangan, pamantasan ka naming mahal. Pamantasan ka naming mahal, ilaw sa karimlan. Buhay, lakas, tunong, dangal, pamantasan ka ng bayan. Ang pangalan mo ay luwalhati at sandigan ka ng lahi. Pamantasan ng silangan, pamantasan ka naming mahal.
We now have the recessional. The guests are requested to remain Graduates and parents, once again, congratulations. Thank you for being with us this morning. now exit the theater. Maraming salamat.